Today's video is the latest in an ongoing series where there's no real theme other than all the people we'll meet have usually recorded themselves and posted the footage on the internet thinking it paints them in a good light, but they come across as being strange and or terrible. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to People Being Awful Part 11, and we'll begin with a man who in my opinion is one of the worst people on the internet. He doesn't so much make me want to go and scrub myself down in the shower, more I want to cover my entire body with Swarfiga and give myself a going over with an orbital sander. Jeffrey Marsh.
I often get told, you look like a man. Okay, I'm going to get in so much trouble, but I like trouble. The earth looks flat. What do you want me to do? What would you like me to do? The earth looks flat. It is not. I look like a man. I'm not one. What? This is the part where we hold the boundary. It will seem unkind, but it's very kind. When are you going to grow up? When are you going to trust the experience and the human dignity of people like me? I look like a man to you. Oh, yeah. When are you going to join us? When are you going to join the leading scientists, for one? But also, when are you going to join us adults who are kind to one another? I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to villainize ignorance. I understand there are places where I'm ignorant, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing, but an unwillingness to learn out of bigotry, that is a bad thing.
Even for Jeffrey, that was weird. Oh, people say I look like a man. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a man. He's definitely male. In my opinion, he's a shrieking weirdo who suspiciously deleted lots of TikToks where he appeared to be asking young children to break off all contact with their families and talk to him in private. Nonce! But no matter how much eyeliner he puts on, he's still a man. And that's not me being unkind. It's the fucking truth. But according to Jeffrey, that's not being an adult. And this argument that the earth is flat, or rather looks flat but isn't, so yes, at least he's brighter than a flat earther. He's lost me on that. Being an adult means understanding the truth. Only children indulge in make-believe, and possibly people who have an unhealthy interest in them. Asking, when are you going to join us? When do you start serving the Kool-Aid, Jeffrey? Because we all know it's a cult. And who are the leading scientists who apparently don't know very, very basic primary school biology? There are females and males and everything else is made up nonsense. In the human race, at least. And he can identify as whatever he wants, but the rest of us don't have to go along with it. Yes, Jeffrey says that is ignorance. We've all heard the phrase, ignorance is bliss. If that's true, Jeffrey's life must be one long orgasm. Let's meet someone else.
I grew this so I wouldn't be perceived as a woman. And I grew these so I wouldn't be perceived as a man. And if that confuses or upsets you, mission complete. But if it doesn't, mission accomplished.
Right, so the reason he can grow a beard is because he's a man. It's much easier for males. And he says he's grown his breasts as well. Either he's just wearing something under that shirt, or he's had breast implants, or maybe he's taken a shitload of estrogen, in which case, a male taking loads of that, his immune system is pretty much fucked. Yet, he says, if you're confused, mission complete, and if you aren't, mission accomplished. Mission complete and mission accomplished mean the same fucking thing. He's just an attention-seeking half-wit going, look at me, aren't I interesting? Now, I don't know where that gentleman lives, but wherever it is, I think he should go up to the tree closest to his house, because trees make oxygen which keep us alive. And he should apologise to it.
Hi, I'm a Gold Star lesbian, and behind me is a dyke bar. I'm going to talk to you about the politics of dyke bars. As a male body invading a female space, I love lesbian bars, particularly for two reasons: the conversations and the opportunity to be a male body invading a female space. But more important than that is ordering on the jukebox that song from Silence of the Lambs and then yelling at everybody inside as if they're transphobic. Who chose this song? What transphobic woman chose this?
A man in a dress claiming he's a lesbian. What a rare treat. But at least this one openly admits that he enjoys going into female spaces and making women uncomfortable. But as we all know, it's not a fetish. And I thought this may be a weak attempt at humour. So I went onto the guy's TikTok, and no, he does promote himself as being a lesbian. He's also a tour guide in New York. Now, if I went over to the Big Apple in the New World and booked to go on a tour and that thing was presenting it, I would demand my money back. Because one of the things he does on his tours is he talks about 9/11 and then spreads loads of conspiracy theories and praises Osama bin Laden. I'm extremely surprised that he hasn't died of lead poisoning. The lead in question being .45 calibre. So, with that unsavoury character out of the way, let's see a group of actual women, remember them, demonstrating the miracle of childbirth. As a man, I find that somewhat confusing. Maybe I'm incapable of understanding it, but this is part of the People Being Awful series, and to me, those people are being awful because it looks like something out of The Handmaid's Tale if that series had been set in some awful hippie commune where everything is fair trade and vegan. What the fuck is going on? To any ladies watching, I'm about to let you into a huge male secret. Now, women are amazing. You bring life into the world, you're strong, you've put up with our shit for centuries, yet no man has any idea what's actually going on in your heads. And to be blunt, every man who's in a relationship with a woman will have said to another man words to the effect of, "They aren't wired up right, are they?" As the last clip clearly demonstrated. There's one clip left, so let's see another man who thinks he's a woman giving us in-depth political analysis.
If you're voting for Donald Trump, then you have only got half a brain cell left. Maybe you shouldn't be voting.
Wow, with insight like that, if he lived in the UK, he'd probably be a presenter on Newsnight. When it comes to voting, I think it's much more complicated than people just voting for the candidate they support or the party they support. People vote for a number of reasons. So to be so fucking simplistic, to break down an entire group of people, and I'm guessing if he was a Trump supporter, he'd be doing the same to Harris supporters, to say that they're stupid and should not be allowed the right to vote, that is undemocratic. And given that it's coming from a man, an exceptionally ugly man, who I'm guessing is mentally disadvantaged, who thinks that human beings can change sex, should he be giving voting advice? That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already, and as ever, thanks for watching. Today there's no real theme to this video, other than I fucked it up already. Today's video is one on bollocks to it. When are you going to join us? Jeffrey, when are you going to start? Fuck it. When are you going to join us? Jeffrey, when are you going to... Oh, fuck it. Such in-depth political analysis coming from one so intelligent. Now, I think when it comes to... Fuck it. Try again now. Wow, such political insight. I'm sure if that man lived in the UK, he'd get a job on Newsnight. Yet he's being overly simplistic and saying that a group of people should not be able to vote is actually under some fuckers at the door. Wow, such political insight. If he lived here in the UK, he'd get a job. He'd do a better fucking job than I am. Such political insight. I'm sure if he lived in the UK, he could get a job as a newsreader. Yet he's being overly simplistic.